Oh, chilly out there. Can you guys guess what I'm making yet? Well, how about now? At this point, you probably guess my shop is full of dust, and it's time to make an air cleaner. Or, in this case, make the air cleaner. Alright guys, let's get into this. So I picked up this hardwood sheet goods from one of my favorite stores, Windsor Plywood. I know it's probably overkill. It's quite heavy actually, as you can see me struggling here, but it's a solid foundation to start from. So since there's no one available today to help me, we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Can you hear that fan? No, you can't. There's one, and there's two, three. Oh, what? You thought that was gonna fall? Oh, it's like the Truman Show around here. Oh, is there anybody up there? Yeah, about that. Trying to be funny over here. So I did want to make use or reuse the box fan that I had. So over here you can see me taking out of the old makeshift 3/8 plywood SPF box that was great for 3 years, and this fan still works, as you can see here. So we are going to reuse that. Some of the tools that you're gonna need are right here: the sheet plywood, the fan, some filters. I'll leave that up to your discretion. A drill, a couple screws, router bit, and of course the shop cat. Over here I'm just trying to mess around with the fitment. This is really very much a guessing game at this point, because we're going into this head first, and I'm trying to really get this dialed in as to what the sizes are going to be, because I really want this box to look tight and compact and slim fit, if you know what I mean. So I always manage to lose all my pencils in the shop, so I'm going to spread these out throughout the shop, and I have this really special one that has a sharpening accessory on it, and I find that I'm always losing the case for it for some reason. I don't know why. Now this thing right here is called a track saw. This is a great tool, probably one of my favorites to cut down large sheet goods. It's fast and it's very easy to use. If you have the money, I would invest in one of these as soon as possible. You won't regret it. I love mine. I just wish I had bought the smaller version of the track, the 54-inch one. I have these two screwed together, and I don't want to really take them apart all the time to cut down smaller sheets, so I just keep them together all the time. But anyways, here you can see me cut down everything that I need to be able to cut it down into smaller pieces on the table saw. So right now I'm making all of these pieces table saw size, or in other words, small enough to fit on the table saw effortlessly.
My heart's in pieces and I don't know what to do. I lost my baby and the news is so blue. Now I'm drowning in these midnight blues. The moonlight's
So every once in a while, I like to mock everything up, so to make sure that I'm still on track and trying to make minimal mistakes.
I thought our love was true, but now it's all declined, leaving me here singing these lonesome lines. I try to smile, but it's all just a ruse, 'cause deep inside I'm slowly
So my wife just ordered some chicken from Leopold's Tavern. She had the spicy chicken burger, and I had the Leopold's Juke burger, which was spectacular. I loved it. Unfortunately for her, her burger was undercooked, raw, I would say, upon further inspection. And we made a complaint on their website, and we have yet to see what will come of it. But anyways, enough of that. Now that we have all our pieces cut and labeled, I'm gonna mock this up quick so you guys have an idea of what this is supposed to look like. I'm going to trace. So I need to bring these lines in 5/8 of an inch. So I have the fan sitting on these bezels. So what I'm gonna do is measure 5/8 in from all four ends. And then I'm just gonna use that little bevel on the saw, on the fan, to make this curve. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. If I do this, and I line up this line that I just made with this other line that I just made, do you think I can get this line? I think I can. Now I must cut out this inner line here. Everything inside of this line is coming out. You understand what I'm saying? Now this is where I can get creative. I can either cut a onesie hole like that, or I can cut a doozy hole and have just a little, you know, stick down the middle, so the filter membrane doesn't wanna go like that. You know what I mean? What do you think? I think if I don't do it, I'll be fine. And I think if I do it, I will also be fine. And I'd rather have an extra little support than not. It's all about smooth corners around here. Oh, that's better. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the doozy. The juicy. The juicy or the doozy? I think I'm gonna do the twins. The twinsies. So I got the center, and I'm gonna run this channel here. This channel of the square now. Do the center there. And then so I'm gonna cut this out like this, and if I don't like it, I can always cut it out. What I can't do is put it back in if I don't cut it out. If I cut it out, I mean. So I'm gonna cut it out. You understand. And yes, believe it or not, the next morning when I woke up, it was freezing cold outside, minus 29 degrees Celsius. Boy, now this is frigid. Good thing I got a small heater in my shop and a sweater to keep myself warm because, gee whiz, I tell ya, that's friggin' cold. And no, you do not get used to it. You cannot tell me otherwise either. All right, so now that I have all these pieces cut out, it's time to put everything together. But first, I gotta do a round over on all of these intakes and outtakes. So let's do that first. So for some reason, these earbuds stopped working on me. Well, one of them did. The right one doesn't work, and it keeps like flashing red, like red and green flashing for some reason. I don't know why it doesn't do that. Like you hear the girl talk inside, but it doesn't work. Like this one connects right away. Well, anyways, it's too bad because I really like these guys. I got 2 more to do. All right, so now that I have all my pieces pretty much cut out and ready for assembly, I'm gonna give this a quick sand before we assemble anything because I already got a sliver. And these guys need a little bit of sanding just around where I did the round over here. You know, I don't know what it is about these carcass looking things, but this kind of like this. Kind of like the way that it looks and the way that it feels. It's strong, sturdy, but yet very light. Makes for a good frame, doesn't it? Well, that's 1. 2 more to go. I'm not going to make you guys watch any more of this sanding process. I'm just going to let time do the rest. Alright, so after I let the time do the rest of my work, I mock these up one more time to make sure everything was really good and nice and perfect. And I tested out all of the filters. These are 14-inch filters, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold. Alright, so you guys just seen me assemble all this kind of together. And I made a small mistake here. It's really a minor mistake. It's not really bothersome for me. I forgot to offset this here by 3/4 of an inch. So this bore that has to be inset because the filter is going to sit right in here flush is kind of obstructing the airflow, but that's okay. I have a quick fix that I just thought of. I'm just going to round over this edge right here. And then, I mean, it's not really a big deal, but still, I don't really have anything to screw onto it. I mean, I can screw onto it right here and then right there. So I had a bunch of these gaskets lying around from previous projects, and I figured it would be a really good idea to put gaskets around the fan, where the fan sits, oh yeah, and these are little Z clips. You can find these at like Lee Valley or Rockler or whatever. And I'm gonna use these to hold the fan down and in place. Just so happens that I have a little soldering tip. I don't know if any of these fumes are good for me, but I had to flee the shop after I took this scene. And I'm just going to screw these down. And everything should hold really well. Because why wouldn't it? There's Z clips. Okay, so now this cord is coming out through the top here, and it has to come out through the back at the same time. So I just made up this quick little thing out of some foam gasket, and I'm gonna slip it right into the cord here. This is gonna come up like this. This is gonna sit in here. It's gonna bolt up like this, and this is gonna bend, and I'm gonna screw this to the ceiling, and everything's gonna be great. Second thing is, I don't know how to attach and prevent the filter from falling out, but I made these really cool holders that I have to cut out. And this thing was inspired by a UFO that me and my brother once witnessed flying over top of us at our old place. And I am going to cut a bunch of these out with the bandsaw, of course. And these are going to be hopefully be attached to right here with a little screw, and you'll be able to pivot this so it opens out of the way and it'll just fall out like that. But first, coffee break. I love coffee breaks. Yeah, this was really inspired by a UFO that me and my brother saw flying over. Kind of like this. It was like this, so this part was facing down. You could see it, and then it was in the sky. It was flying over us like that. Flew over like this. It didn't whistle. It didn't make any noise at all, actually. But it went like this. And then behind the tree lines. Freaking amazing.
Well, the clock strikes midnight and the blues start to brew. My heart's in pieces and I don't know what to do. I lost my baby and the news is so blue. Now I'm drowning in these midnight blues. The moonlight's mocking me, shining through the blinds. My mind's a mess filled with all these crazy signs. I thought our love was true, but now it's all declined, leaving me here singing these lonesome lines. I try to smile, but it's all just a ruse. 'Cause deep inside I'm slowly losing these midnight blues. They won't excuse the pain that's eating me from morning to noon.
Hey, before I go any further, go subscribe right now. Do it now, because if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet, then you're probably going to forget if I don't tell you. So go do it now. I'll wait. Please. This box cost me a lot of money to make. And I'm going to show you the inside, but only if you subscribe. You'll get a sneak peek of the inside of the box. All right, so I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. I'm not gonna put this last filter media in yet because I still don't know where I'm gonna put this and how I'm gonna hang it. I know it should be actually the simplest part of the whole job, but I actually don't know how to hang this on the ceiling. I might have to come up with some kind of other solution or some kind of a hanger. My initial thought was to just screw it directly to the ceiling, but I have these clips that kind of have to like move. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. I will let you guys know how I do it in one of my shorts that I will make. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hype this video. Oh, it's down my shirt. Do you want to come down or stay up there?